Hi, my name is Thureya Roberts and I've written an inspirational teaching memoir called Choice Point. This book is hopefully going to inspire and motivate anybody who's come from trauma and try and show them that there is a way out. The main purpose of this book is to give the reader back their power and to show them that their power arises from the choices that they make. So my story is not just about myself but also my twin sister. Both of us, we grew up in poverty, neglect, child abuse of all kinds, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse by more than one predator, lots and lots of different types of trauma, also racial abuse. We grew up in really rough areas and we were mixed race, half Libyan, half Scottish. And because we grew up in really rough areas, there was a lot of bullying and violence and beatings and things like that. So my sister and myself we were really close growing up, and we always kind of supported each other through the trauma. But whereas we kind of got split up at 13 years old, I went off into children's homes for my own protection. Social work came in, realised what was happening in the home, and then took me out of my mum's house for my own protection. Whereas my sister, we were both split up. She went into foster care, foster homes, things like that. And then we kind of went our different pathways after that point when we were separated. So she ended up being moved from one foster care to the next foster care to the next foster care. And I went only to one quite rough children's home in Carolina House in Dundee. And then I went off into Fife, where I stayed in that children's home until I was 18, so from 13 until I was 18. And it ended up being a really good experience for me, even though I saw lots of trauma and damaging things in that time, and there's more about that, my life in the children's home within the book. It still was more stable than what happened to my sister. So we basically took different pathways. I went back to education. We both left school with no qualifications, and then I ended up discovering I was really good at science and becoming an A-grade student and winning Student of the Year award, winning awards at university, going off to work in cancer research, working for the NHS labs in haematology and blood transfusion, and now I'm a teacher. I teach biology. Whereas my sister chose a different path. She went down the drug route and she ended up becoming an alcoholic. She lost her children. Her marriage broke down. She ended up homeless, and eventually in September 2020, she took her own life. So the book is about how do we prevent people who've come from trauma causing themselves further trauma and basically going on to ruin their lives. And I'm hoping to show the pathways that I took and the pathways that my sister took, and how it was all about choice, how we do have the power to choose differently and we can heal from our past.